welcome to An Ant on the Web, episode 4. This one I have entitled Click I Accept. I'll be talking about mostly terms of service didn't read. I've got a whole bunch of other little things, but that's the big one. One of the things I wanted to talk about today, and it is September 28th. Sorry about the clap there right in front of the microphone, but I'm pretty excited. Today is the 25th anniversary of the first airing of Star Trek The Next Generation. So for those of you out there who don't feel old, now you do. And those of you who weren't around when it first aired, then you can feel as young as you want. So yeah, I was just looking at an article here, 7 best Star Trek The Next Generation episodes to celebrate the 25th anniversary. But personally, I think I'll just watch a couple episodes of Big Bang Theory and Eureka with Crusher. Oh, why did I forget his name all of a sudden? Wow, it is driving me nuts. What a perfect time for me to forget his actual name. But you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm going to skip on. I may be stumbling a little bit more this time because I've decided to try a new format where I just opened the tab, opened a whole series of tabs in Chrome to everything that I wanted to talk about. And that's how I decided to organize it rather than trying to do a script. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is terms of service didn't read, and this is a really interesting thing. It's a website where they basically comb through all of the terms of service of different websites and summarize them in a rating system that's actually pretty intuitive, and they give every single one of them a rating. Now, they have an Indiegogo campaign up right now that is trying to raise funds so that they can hire some people to comb through more websites and do some more approvals on the web ratings. One of the interesting facts, a couple of the interesting facts actually, that they spouted out as part of this is that if you were to actually read through front to back every single terms of service thing you clicked I agree to, you would spend 76 days of every year just reading terms of service. The iTunes terms of service alone apparently is longer than Macbeth. So that definitely seems like a great service. Check it out. They are looking for 10,000 euros to try and fund this, to get more people on it. They have a couple of browser extensions that you can install, and when you go to different websites, I'm going to go to Google right now, it actually pulls up a little rating bar. So if I go to my Gmail, it pulls up a little rating bar, and on the rating button, you can open it up and see different ratings. So let me just see here. Yeah, so there's no class yet on this one. Here we go. But it loads up things like a little handy thumbs up, help you control and secure your data. There's discussion around it. There's partial archives of their terms of service. They inform you about data requests. So it looks like Google actually is doing pretty well on most of it. One of the things that they got a thumbs down on is Google can use your content for all their existing and future services, which obviously is a little bit of a bone of contention. So yeah, apparently one of the worst sites is TwitPic. I'm going to head over there, TwitPic right now, and so TwitPic got an E-class rating, which means the terms of service raise very serious concerns. There's some of the things that they got a big red X for are TwitPic takes credit for your content and deleted images are not really deleted, as well as reduction of legal period for cause of action, all sorts of stuff. So I probably will stop using TwitPic. Not that I used it a whole lot in the first place, but this is definitely a very interesting thing because I'll confess I did not read the terms of service for TwitPic when I signed up, and nor do I read many terms of service. But this is so handy. Now when I go to a new site, if it's been rated, I'll be able to know what possible issues they have in their terms of service without even having to look at it. So the next thing I'm going to go over today is my newfound obsession with Tim Minchin. He is an Australian comedian living in London, I believe. And I highly recommend you check out stormmovie.net. It's a short animated movie based on a piece of beat poetry that he did, and it pretty much sums up my worldview in about a condensed 10 minutes and 39 seconds. Definitely worth watching. Head over there. It's Tim Minchin's Storm, the animated movie. So good, so good. If you are a firm believer in things like holistic medicine and naturopathy and that sort of stuff, maybe not the greatest thing to watch. It will definitely challenge your beliefs to some degree, but I don't know that it will necessarily change them. The next thing I'm going to switch to, and this was something that was really cool this week, is I got in the mail an envelope from Google that had $600 worth of free advertising in it. And this is part of their new program called Google Ads Engage for Agencies. And it's just I'm on Canadian, so it's google.ca/ads/engage, but I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, google.com/ads/engage if you're elsewhere. And it actually is a series of classes and all sorts of stuff that will help you. Sorry, had to take a sip there. A bunch of courses and that sort of thing that will help you get a better grasp on how to use Google advertising and the Google advertising platform. It's all free, and once you're signed up, it's actually designed so that you as an agency or as let's say you're an independent web developer and your clients are asking you for more information on how to advertise their websites and they're getting you to do AdWords. This really helps you get a hold of the SEO and the platform itself and how to plan out all of your spending. Really, really great thing. And they gave me a whole bunch of free advertising to sort of get my feet wet. I definitely appreciate it. I've been going through it and there's a lot of really, really great information in there. Definitely worth checking out. And today's going to be a really short episode, I think, because my last tab open is trending.egoant.com, and this is, of course, my website, and it's actually one of Twyla's, and Twyla.com is a great way of grabbing all of your Twitter feed, and it spreads it out into a really nice overview of what you've been tweeting and talking about and what your conversations have been, all of your personal trending topics. And there's a couple of things on here that one of the things I love about it is I go to my own trending page to see sort of a lot of the information that I went over the course of the week, and maybe I didn't really put as much attention into as I would have liked to at the time. This week, one of the things was I actually have a video up on this page of Angry Birds AR, which is augmented reality. And it was a really, really neat technology where an Angry Birds field is projected in 3D onto a surface within your environment. Really, really cool. Definitely worth watching. And the other thing that got me a little bit hooked was watching, there was a video that was inside the crystals from Labyrinth. If you've ever seen the movie Labyrinth with David Bowie, I had always assumed that he had somehow learned how to do contact juggling for that movie. And it was one of those things where I just thought, you know what, David Bowie's a talented guy, I'm sure he could do it. But nope, apparently they had a guy standing behind him and reaching his arm out underneath David Bowie's armpit for those scenes. So that was a fun video to watch. Again, that's trending.egoant.com. And head over there anytime you want to see sort of what's up in my world and what I've been talking about recently. And if you want, catch me on Twitter. It's EGOANT, Egoant on Twitter. And I'd love to hear from you. If you have anything you'd like me to talk about on a later show, get in touch.